Ready to go?
This'll be easy. Keep your... Don't let him escape. He's running scared. Get back here. Where did you come from? Hang on. You and me.
Let's stop for a moment.
Look around. You better not tell me you're one of them.
One of who?
One of them fools hollering at me to throw a Raiders are gone party.
No, I'm not one of those fools.
Well, good. For starters, the Raiders are still out there causing trouble, leader or not. And worse, these prospecting fools want me to throw that party for free. Well, not on their lives. No such thing as a free lunch, let alone a free party. I don't care what the occasion is. We're in this together. You want something? You pay your share.
What do we have here?
Won't find that anywhere else. See anything you like? That's one of my favorites.
This'll be useful.
You know a good deal when you see it. Ooh, take a look at that.
Done.
I knew you'd pick that up.
Finally, those pesky Jawas have stopped poking around my claim.
I saw some Jawas in the forest.
Well, you ain't seeing them no more. Made themselves a little village on the far side of the valley. No one's heard a peep from them since. Not one Utini.
Maybe I'll see how they're doing.
Really? Yeah. Aren't you, Mr. Goody-Goody?
So you got the compass, yeah? Well, guess that's it. Next stop, Jeddah, and then, you know, it rhymes with Mandalore.
You sure you're ready to leave Pyloons behind?
Well, I gotta admit, it's in good hands. And this ain't a one-way trip. We can still visit, right?
Just have to be careful.
Sure, sure. I was more of a risk taker when I was younger. These days, I just want a place to call home. I'm excited to see Seer again. Those anchorites, though, not so much.
Hey, Cal.
We going to Jeddah or what?
Now, I know you've got a lot on your plate, but one of my patrons set off to the swamp, and no one's seen her since.
You don't think she went after Z, do you?
Quite likely. And we both know that's Raider territory.
I'll check it out.
That'll put us all at ease, Cal. Zig's one of the good ones.
Cal, when we were fighting Dagon, those hallucinations, what were they for you?
My friends, suffering because they followed me. And I couldn't do anything to stop it.
I saw Kata in her room, stormtroopers coming for her, breaking down the door. But you know what? That's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Thanks for being there and having my back.
No. Thank you, brother. We're closer than ever to giving the people we love real safety. Just enjoying this place while I can. May not see it for a while. Hope Cordova can fix that compass.
Do you always hunt alone?
Not always. For big game, I usually bring a partner or two.
Strength in numbers.
That's right. In a pack, each hunter has their own role. Safer, too. We have a saying from where I'm from. A branch of a grill tree can be snapped in half, but a bundle of branches cannot. You finish off that mogu?
I'm working on it.
Be seeing you.
All right, you old bat. I'm in.
There's the bonehead I know. Come back later, yeah? Cal, just in time. The old grouch just made the best decision of his life.
Yeah?
Uh-huh. I'm done pounding sand. Reckon we're ready for a big score.
The big score. The one we've been waiting for. Sitting right under the imps' noses. Got a tip about some derelict Imperial equipment up on the mountain. Prospectors have been too yellow to go for it. But we ain't yellow.
We sure ain't.
This time tomorrow, we'll be sitting pretty on an industrial fuel injector.
Glad to hear someone's not letting the Empire scare them away. But you need to be careful up there.
Oh, we got it all figured out. Got a map and everything.
Better get our autographs now, Cal. Next time we meet, we might be above your pay grade.
See you when I see you.
Barkeep.
Good to see you, Cal.
Till next time, pal.
Can't beat what I've got. That's it. Fine. Kestis putting the kibosh on the Raiders? Look at you!
I doubt they're gone. Just a little bruised.
Still, I'm impressed. Without a leader, they're gonna lose a lot of oomph.
Yeah? There's an open spot at the top of the raider ladder. You interested?
No thanks. Too much heat. But you're right. If I had to guess, something big and mean is gonna swallow up those raiders.
Don't like the sound of that.
I didn't think you would. Listen up, Cal. Self and Duke and his flyboys were spotted buzzing above the Kobo Observatory. They're gonna rain all sorts of blaster fire and grenades on your parade, so keep your wits about you.
We'll take him down.
Now you're starting to sound like a real pro, Cal. This is the most fun I've had since landing on this rock.
He arrives, cloaked in death. It is so, yes.
I took someone's life, if that's what you mean.
The raider leader is not of whom I speak. Death is merely a transition of forms. All must die. That is the nature of our journeys. But death is not always what we know. Throughout our lives, we must let the old shell fall behind. I have said what I must. It is past. Safe travels and good tidings to you.
Cal, did you find the spot I was telling you about?
Yeah, actually. You might be telling tales.
I would never lie to you.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Okay, but you're gonna be disappointed. Hiya.
Hey, Cal. Let's talk another time. Mine's racing with ideas right now.
This place is starting to fill up, Cal. Guess the word is out.
It's looking pretty good.
Seeing this place start to get its legs feels like the start of something historic. What if, centuries from now, there's a city here? Even Eldera was just a lumber colony once.
Doma better start investing in urban planning.
True. Turgle told me he named a road after his foot. We'll talk soon.
Congratulations on your successes against the Raiders.
Thanks.
Almost makes it seem worth sticking around.
Why so positive, Moran? I thought you were desperate to get off this rock.
Desperate as a Sakayan card sharp in debt with the Hutts. But it's hardly sporting to walk away from the game when the wind's at your back.
Yeah, I hope so.
If Koba's future is brighter than its past, then I suppose I won't mind seeing how it all turns out. Talk later, hmm?
Right? You said you're from around here?
Been all over Koba, but I knew I had to foot slog it back to the Reach when I heard the stories. They say it's been a right barnyard since you arrived.
Word traveled that fast, huh?
If it's privacy you're worried about, mate, don't be. No one listens to old Har. But stop by if you ever want to hear the latest yarns, eh? My eyes, what they are, I couldn't hit a tree with a boulder, but I got ears like a boola bird. Hey, mate.
I know that look.
What look? I don't have a look.
Dagon. His army. Those were long odds. Even for you.
I didn't let my past control me. Dagon's overwhelmed him. To be honest, I had no idea if I could. But I had to believe.
Well, I knew you would come back.
Of course. You're not getting rid of me that easily.
We should go back to Jeddah soon. Sierra and Cordova are waiting.
These look interesting.
You asked how life was different in my day. For one, I believe we were more charitable to one another.
Yeah, the Empire has everyone so afraid they just look out for themselves. What was it like back then?
Once I was running an errand for Master Kree, very time-sensitive business. I moved with such haste, I blew out my motivator. I was perfectly aware and completely immobile. Most embarrassing.
How'd you get moving again?
By chance, a friendly bystander diagnosed my predicament and graciously installed a replacement.
That's generous. Out here, they'd probably scrap you for parts. How'd you repay them?
I didn't. I never saw him again, but weeks later, I was able to help someone else. A chain of kindness kept the Republic going. For a while. We'll speak later. Go on, sit forth.
New seeds, magnificent. After you've planted one, I'll share what I know. We can talk later.
Got some seeds. Let's get them in the ground. That's a new species. Better hear what Peely has to say about it. There, your new home.
Care and listen to our botanical friends. A Kobo spiker. The name says it all. Protection from predators and quite effective. The flower is most intricate and beautiful, but its spines are so sharp that it is best observed from afar.
Gonna have to throw some food together when we get to Tanalorr, Cal. You know, to celebrate.
Sounds like a great idea. You have anything in mind?
Oh, you name it. Colo Claro, deep-fried Nuna legs. Oh, Ormachek?
You really think you can find all that?
Sure. Say, do you know if Bode has any food allergies?
I can ask.
Great. If not, I can get some Guido burgers, ice fish, Eniac bobs.
I'll leave you to it.
Oh, sour berries, roast pomork. Oh, I wonder if I could find some meat pie.
Later, Grease.
Always something to do, huh?
We really took the fight to those raiders. How you feeling?
Excited.
Excited? I didn't know you all were allowed to enjoy that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm excited too. I can nearly taste the free air of Tanalor.
Almost there.
Stay focused, and we'll finally be able to build something for ourselves. Something to last. Cal?
Everyone holding up okay, Monk?
Well, we're just fine now. The Raiders might have put a little spook in some of our clientele when they marched in here, but we're made of sterner stuff.
Good to hear. You doing all right?
Cal, my boy, I'll tell you the same thing I told those Raiders.
What's that?
Go ahead and shoot. But know this, you'll be blasting the best bartender on Kobo.
How's it going, Mosey?
With the Raiders on the run, I'm about as good as I ever been. When you landed here, Raiders own this planet. Either you got in line or you got out of their way. I bet a lot of folks don't know what to do with this opportunity.
What about you?
I guess I'm one of those folks who never gave it too much thought. But I will say, you done good around here, Cal. Makes me want to do better, too. Any luck stopping that Garako?
Not yet.
Don't take too long. That beast is a menace. Be seeing you.
Talk later, buddy.
Hey, Hunter. The Hexian's bloodhound, Veslin Martz, has been sniffing around for you on the mountain. This guy's moving in with his stealth squad, so make sure not to get blindsided.
Copy that. Watch my back, BD.
Huh. Kinda starting to like that little droid. Kinda.
Now is not the time to speak.
Cal, I heard you stop the Raiders. Well, you're not the only one with amazing news.
Oh, yeah?
Brace yourself. I found a shell.
Well, look at you. A shell. That's great.
The symmetry, the hand feel, the way it stays cool in the Kobo heat. It all keeps me calm.
Really happy for you, Turgle. Just don't tell anyone else. Don't want them to get jealous.
That's a good point. I'll keep it to myself, promise. What a day. You saved the outpost, I found a shell. Things are looking up. Hi, Cal.
Hey there.
Hey, Toa. You mentioned things were changing at the Academy before you left.
It started when the Empire began dumping credits into our projects. Unlimited budget to fund our research. Great, right?
But there were strings attached.
Yes. We came under constant pressure from Imperial censors to conform to their propaganda. Anyone who did not play along was pushed out in favor of stooges whose work would never stand up under peer review.
No Moff or Governor wants to publish views that question Imperial dominance.
I mean, I understand. The censors have their own careers to think of.
It's okay, Toa. You don't have to defend a corrupt system.
No, I guess not. Some other time, okay?
See you around, Cal.
Cal, you missed a right squall around here. Where have you been?
Here and there.
Well, you're here now. Did you hear about Turgle's shell?
Actually, yeah. I did hear that one.
What a sight, eh? Can't hardly believe the little bloke pulled it out of the wash.
You two have too much time on your hands.
You ought to keep an ear to the ground, kid. News like this doesn't find itself.
beauteous task.
Glad you came around to it.
Hey, didn't he make a fetching first impression? Have a mind to give it a third scrubbing. Cleaning the filter, you think someone tried to cram a mollusk through a sieve?
Oh, can't unhear that.
Keep your eyes out for the Empire.
I hope Master Kree will not judge me a failure, Cal.
Z, you did everything she asked. You kept the dream of Tanalor alive.
Quite so. She believed in the possibility of Dagon's rehabilitation. I'm glad she wasn't around to see what he became. I'm busy, young Jedi.
Hey, Monk. You smelling what I'm smelling?
My olfactory sensors can detect up to 400 distinct odors at once. You gotta be more specific.
You know what really stinks? That attitude.
Dreo, old friend of Moran's.
to see you.
I saw your things in the back room.
You'll have to forgive the more tasteless ornaments. Some of it used to belong to Dreo, my old partner. A ghastly sense of style.
Another outlaw?
Not when I met him. He was running a perfectly legitimate port in Rhodia. Allowed me to use his docks for my shipments. No questions asked, supposedly. But we got to talking anyways.
Sounds like a nice guy.
He was the genuine article, all right. Probably why things didn't work out between us.
So you've been out of the game completely since the Empire crackdown?
More or less. Not that I didn't go down swinging. When the company went belly up, I insisted I could turn things around. But Dreo, my partner, he wanted to leave together.
So what happened?
Well, he left, all right. But in my infinite wisdom, I decided to stick it out. Try to turn the cards in my favor. I got greedy. I can't tell you how badly I wish I'd gone with him. Instead, I chose what you might call the scenic route to rock bottom. And that brings us to this rue-brittle cantina years later.
At least you got out eventually.
Will you take some advice, Cal?
Sure.
It's not just about getting out. It's about getting out before you lose everything. See you around, Cal.
Can't believe the Raiders took a hit like that. Feels like I can finally take a breath.
Well, they aren't gone yet.
But they are on the back foot. You can't have a cult of personality without a figurehead. Listen, holobooks are full of tyrants that spread from system to system like wildfire. 2 fewer tyrants for the galaxy to worry about now.
Empire's still out there.
Easy. 1 wildfire at a time. Some other time, okay?
We have some tunes, but there's gotta be so much left.
I must be alone now.
Hi, Cal.
Another customer for you, pretty boy.
What you got, Cage?
Word is you've got a secret admirer on Jeddah. Big droid called Yuhong. Looking to replace the little guy?
Not a chance.
Anyway, Yuhong's not a touchy-feely type. More of a touchy-murdery type. Heard you cut down the leader of the Bedlam Raiders.
That's right.
Not one of our targets. What was the payout? There was a payout, right? Tell me you didn't do it for free.
You had something I needed.
Lot of work. Hope it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Killing without a contract? What is this world coming to?
Talk later, buddy.
Later, BD.
You ever get frustrated using that new arm?
Are you kidding? I love this thing. I can chop vegetables twice as fast, and I can't burn myself. Plus, it's great for self-defense.
You been getting into fights?
Well, no, but, I could. If someone tried anything, I'm ready. What do you know? I'll keep things ticking here.
Z seems to be back on her feet.
Yeah, she's been through a lot. She's a tough one.
She sure is. Everyone from her time is ancient history, and she just keeps on going.
Think she'll find her place?
I'd say she already has. Not a lot of better places in this galaxy for the dispossessed than a cantina. Keep an eye out for the Empire.
Gotta hand it to you, Cal. Wherever you go, the action surely follows.
Hey, you wanted customers, right?
That I did. The place is packed. And if we keep going at this rate, we're gonna need a bouncer.
Well, maybe Mosey's looking for some extra income.
Interesting proposition. If I had to put my life in someone else's hands, it'd be Mosey's.
Oi, Cat! Heard you gave Ravis the sack. You know you weren't the first to take a swing at that Gendai. Ever hear about Toll?
I don't think so.
Oh, real poet with a pickaxe. A while back, she comes across this load of priorite. Oh, biggest you ever saw. Like a sky full of grinning stars. Of course, then your Ravis shows up, built like a bloody cargo barge, and tells her to get scarce. But Toll, the old nutter, she goes and takes her plasma torch to the Gendai. Of course, poor Toll don't last 10 seconds. But I guess sometimes a find like that's worth fighting for, eh?
Yeah, well, sometimes the payout isn't worth the price.
Maybe. But it's just like the prospectors say. Better a broken pick than a rusted one. Talk later?
We'll speak later.
Z, none of this would have been possible without you. You sure you don't want to come to Tanalorr?
The thought had crossed my mind, but I shall stay here for the time being. I have grown rather fond of this cantina. Oh my, Oh my, is there something wrong with my circuitry?
I don't think so, Z. It's hard to find a place that feels like home.
Even so, I'll have Monk check my logic board, just to be sure. We'll speak later. Go on, sit forth.
Everyone, I have an announcement. I found a... No, never mind. Forget I said anything.
Okay, what should we listen to? All right, let's hear it.
Stay alert out there.
Jedi and Night Sister, together again.
Go do what you gotta do.
All right, so next.
Bound for Jedi.
You think Cordova can repair that compass?
Oh, I bet credits he can.
You have credits to bet?
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm excited to see Tanalor.
Oh, me too. But just don't go starting a witch school or something. And definitely don't invite those creepy sisters of yours.
But they're here now, Groot. All around.
All right, we're here. Get in your chair.
You coming?
I'll be in later. I just gotta run another diagnostic on the Mantis.
It'd be a shame if we blow another gyro and get stuck in the abyss.
What? Come on, why'd you have to say that? You jinxed us. Oh, this is just great. You think Marin's got any magic tricks that'll ward off bad luck? I'll be here, Cal.
Don't worry about things here, Cal.
How did you meet Dagon Gera?
I discovered him in a Bacta tank on Kobo. He asked me to release him.
So you did?
I didn't know what he'd become.
Of course not. How could you? From what Cordova told us, Dagon could be trouble. But we know how to handle Jedi. Don't we, BD? BD looks ready to head out.
Master Cordova. Dagon Gera had the last compass, but it's
damaged.
He didn't exactly hand it over.
This can be repaired. I'll begin at once. BD.
Let's give Master Cordova some time to concentrate.
I know a place with a view.
Good.
Hey! I have more tea. But, you know, it's kind of heavy. If anybody wanted to give me a hand.
Of course,
that would be
Grease.
nice. Ah, thank you. Oh, ha ha, very funny. Oh. Okay, here you go, round 2. What do you think?
Strong.
It's very sweet.
You'll get used to it.
You see her. Why don't you join us on Tanalorr? There's no better home for the Archive or the Hidden Path. Look, whatever the future holds, we can face it together.
Yes. It's a new path for all of us. Cal, Master T'Pol would be proud of the Jedi you've become.
I had a good teacher.
Everyone, the Hidden Path has found a new home. To Tanalorr.
To Tanalorr. Hey, wait a minute, Seer, does that mean you're coming?
Yes, Grease. In fact, I'm going to go and prepare the Archive for relocation.
Well, it's getting late. I'll go with you. Say, where is the Mantis in there? This place is terrifying at night.
I will escort you.
Oh, great. But, hey, none of that creepy stuff, okay? Seer, are the Anchorites really coming with us?
Of course, yes.
Wow, our family's growing with a boatload of creepy aunts and uncles.
We did it, Bode.
Yeah. Compass is gonna be good as new.
Something's bothering you.
You know me too well, Scrapper. Just thinking about Kata. And people looking after her, but it's always a bit tough when I come back.
When she sees what you've done for her, she'll understand.
I hope so. I was thinking maybe we should go to Temlor first. Just make sure it's safe before the others join.
The sooner we get the hidden path set up there, the better. Gotta stay one step ahead of the Empire, right?
Yeah.
Hey. Tomorrow we're gonna have a new home. Couldn't have done that without you, Bode.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
I'm, gonna go record a bedtime story for Kata. You have a good night. You've earned it.
What a view, huh? Desert at night seems to stretch on forever.
And there is beauty in emptiness.
Now you sound like a Jedi.
You got a few things right.
Not everything. Look, the Order's gone. It's time to leave it behind. And I know what I want now.
Took you long enough.
You're the traveler. Have you found any systems outside the Empire's reach?
Not that I have come across.
There are countless ruins scattered across the high desert. One of them could be a perfect safe house for the path.
We better get this back to the archive. I've noticed some pretty fierce creatures in the desert.
Indeed. Though I suspect you have yet to meet the fiercest.
Oh yeah?
Stay afield of the golden Skriton, noble one. It is an ancient, treacherous creature. Should you be forced to confront it, do not trust its movements. It strikes suddenly, and in quick succession.
I'll keep that in mind.
That would naturally attract you.
This one.
That was fated for you.
I'll take it.
Thank you. The knowledge you've saved is invaluable.
Gonna go with this one.
The wisdom you've recovered is a boon to us all. A remarkable piece.
Here you go.
We are grateful for all that you do. Hello, collector of knowledge.
Let's keep moving, buddy. What was it like to reunite with Master Cordova after all these years?
Terrifying.
Not the response I expected.
Remember that he disappeared without a trace not long after his premonition that the Order would fall.
We always feared that he had died.
Yes. Then one day he simply walks into my archive, alive and whole. For a moment I felt like a Padawan again. Ashamed that we hadn't completed his plan to rebuild the Order. And I didn't know how he would react to our decision to destroy the holocron.
How did he react?
As a master should. With questions, trust, and understanding. I'm very glad he found his way back to us. Good luck out there.
How's it coming?
See for yourself.
Master Cordova. He did it.
Imperial forces coming in from all sides. They found us.
Get your people out. I'll hold them off as long as I... Bode. I'm really sorry about this.
Oh. Son. Son, you don't have to do this.
No! Master Cordova!
He's dead! Bode is the compass. Go after him. Go!
Bode!
Cordova.
Walkers are headed for the archive.
He's getting away!
Why? Why, Bode? For this! We fought for that together, and you're just gonna hand it to the Empire?
I'm not giving it to the Empire.
You killed Master Cordova.
Cal, you don't have time for this fight. Something terrible is coming for that archive. Listen to your instincts. You know I'm right.
What have you done?
If you want to keep your family safe, you get them out of there. Right now.
What have you done? You can't be.
You're not the only one who survived.
Seer.
Hold them back. They cannot reach the archive.
dodging that.
We must hold out as long as we can. Draw their fire, and buy time for the others to evacuate.
Down there! You should run from this squadron.
You're all right.
Yes, but the Empire is attacking the main gate.
I know a shortcut. Stand back. We have to hold the hangar until evacuations are complete. Why aren't the base defenses active?
Something's wrong. Together.
Into position. Just me?
Have you seen Cal?
No, but BD was with the Mantis. They're evacuating those they can. Look! Walkers!
They cannot breach the main gate. We have to stop the walkers.
Running is not recommended.
We must destroy those walkers.
gets attention.
There's more munitions on the second level.
Good. We'll need them. You don't stand a chance.
Stop everything! Great. It's just me then.
The walkers will breach the perimeter soon. That will slow them down.
Master Junior, the Empire has breached the tunnels. They are attempting to open the hangar gate from the inside.
To the hangar. Marin, can you...
Of course. So many have died.
And many more will die if we do not secure the hangar.
Cordova.
He would want us to salvage what we can of the archive.
And the contact comes.
It cannot fall into the Empire's hands, no matter the price.
Imperials nearby.
Back here! Going okay!
Flee! You got it.
I can't run!
They're opening the gate.
Then we'll stop them.
More Imperials up ahead.
Look out!
Let us fight, Seer.
I'll survive much longer! Feel the pain!
Ready yourself to follow. What now?
Down to the hangar. 2. Grease, do you hear me?
Dear, what a nice surprise.
Stay in the Mantis until we secure the hangar.
Copy that. Good luck out there.
Reach the gate! Push them back!
Oh boy, I'm not I was not prepared for this.
At your sights.
Losing men. Yeah, I can't do this by myself.
Keep fighting!
I will die here if I have to.
Bouncing back. Okay, we can do this. Ha, I did it. Okay, I'm done. I'll make you a great step. Hopefully out of post-mortem stormtroopers.
Too many.
Have faith! We will stop them!
Watch my back.
I don't feel so good. Don't get caught. Stop.
They're coming! This is it.
Excellent teamwork.
They're here.
I can hold them back.
I'm gonna stop you.
No more!
Oh boy, am I happy to see the two of you. Thanks for the assist.
Any word from Cal?
No, nothing yet. I'm sure he's fine. He probably just turned off his comm.
Seer, what now?
We'll escape before their main force arrives. Then we'll regroup at the rendezvous point. First, I need to get back to the archive.
The hidden path contact codes. I will join you.
No. Marin, I need you to stay here and defend the Mantis.
BD, go with her.
Keep the engines warm, Grease. We won't be long.
Hey, Seer. You hurry back. You got this.
Thank you, Grease. We must hurry. There is still time to evacuate the remaining Angarites. And save as much of the archive as we can. BD-1, take this to the Mantis. I'll meet you at the rendezvous point. Go. Now. It's been a while. I was hoping you drowned on Nur when we blew a hole in your underwater base.
It is delusion to think your actions have had any consequence. The fortress stands. The Inquisitorius continues its work. And I have come for you.
I've been waiting.
You have gathered the remnants of the Jedi tradition. You have grown stronger.
No. I've only let go of my fear.
We shall see. Death, Master Junda.
You take care of that?
Yeah. They're safe.
We'll find the proper place to bury him soon.
The remaining anchorites have scattered. The Empire pursues them. It may return at any moment. Seer bought enough time for BD-1 to reach us with the contact codes for the hidden path. But this is all that remains of her archive.
We're so close to a second chance.
What raw deal? Tell me, how could Bode be a Jedi and be an Imperial spy?
He is no Jedi.
Why couldn't we sense him?
He deceived us all.
No, I still should have been able to.
Now that's enough! Cal. That's enough, okay? What Bode did, that is on him. It's not on you. It's not on anyone. It's on him. We all know it's a rigged game, but we choose how to play.
It's a shame that there's not a bounty on his head. We could have hunted him with a guild tracker.
Locator beacon. It's how Bode reached us on Kobo.
Could it still be active?
Well, let's find out.
Nothing.
Damn it!
Cal. The signal.
It's faint. BD, dial it in. Nova Garon system.
Wait a minute. Why would Bode take a detour?
He's got a daughter. Maybe that's where she lives.
We could catch him there. But this feels like a trap.
Yeah, it does. So what do you think? Do we risk it?
I don't see what choice we got.
For Seer and Master Cordova, I will mask our approach.
Okay. You two grab some seed. I got the con.
For Seer.